Don't bother coming over to my house if you're gonna bitch about the living conditions. My house doesn't have central heating there. I advise a long sleeve in the wintertime. What you know about chilling in the living room with your jacket on? Yes, I have a stove. If I cut it on, don't ask me what I'm cooking, bitch. This is the heater. You should ate before you came. Also, I don't have internet connection over here. Don't come over here asking for my hotspot either, okay? I'm supposed to be your ride or die, not your Wi-Fi. Besides, I used all my hotspot the other night binge watching Breaking Bad. Do I regret it? Hell no. What I do have is DVDs. I got Star Wars The Phantom Menace on Blu-ray if you're interested. Yes, the house is a mess, and no, I won't apologize about it because to be completely honest, I didn't want you here to begin with. Where's my damn apology? I got a fireplace. It works pretty well, except for that one time my cousin threw a piece of fat lighter log on it and about burned the fucking house down. We didn't use that fireplace the whole rest of the year after that. Don't try and sneak in my bathroom to fix your facial hair up either, alright? I use that trimmer on my balls. Why do you think my facial hair is all fucked up? I mean, come on now, think about it. Inviting my friends over to the house is literally the same as if my son had friends and we invited them over, okay? It's the same thing. I say yes, and then I bitch about it later. With that being said, let me add it to the New Year's resolution. No company in 2024. The other day, it was brought to my attention I'm very popular in the deaf community. They just can't always read my lips because I talk too fast. It's hard for them to keep up. So I did what any good old boy would do. I went out and hired one of the professional sign language people, to come react to my videos, do all this shit right here. Well, he's got to keep up with me, He's got to go just as fast as I do, and it pissed the legally blind people off because they can't keep up, and then it pissed the blind people off because they're like, bitch, we can't see at all. So then I had to put Braille in my videos, and now the fucking amputees are mad because, they got their hands cut off. They can't even fucking feel the Braille. And I'm just having a hard time fucking understanding at this point. I'm not a fan of reaction videos anyways. I think there's too many reactors, not enough actors. It's kind of like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson after he ruins another sequel. You can call me Chernobyl. I'm about to go blow a reactor. Pause. I always see people on here reacting to other people's videos. They'll always be doing that shit. Fuck you doing, buddy? Don't do that. Unless you're reacting to one of my videos, then by all means do it. But make me look good. If you're going to be reacting to one of my videos, this is how you need to be acting right here. Now that's good promo right there. That's how you get a $10 gift card to Zaxby's in your mailbox from yours truly right there. Listen, I know what you're thinking. Bryce, it kind of sounds like you only want us reacting to your videos. And you're absolutely right. If you're female, just twerk. That way if the video isn't funny, nobody will notice. Unfortunately, that includes this video, so get them hammies straight. What about getting back in shape? So yesterday I went for a run and worked out a little bit. Today I'm sore, tired, my head hurts, and I keep telling myself I'm never doing this shit again. Now I've realized that I feel the same way when I'm hungover. So today I'll be drinking. I didn't realize I was this out of shape, y'all. I was a 2-time region champion in track and field once upon a time, and I don't even know what happened. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that for 6 years I smoked Newport 100s, drank Monster Energy Tall Boys, and my only source of cardio was intercourse, which came around about as often as a deadbeat father on dialysis. I'm aggravated with myself for wanting to do this because, to be completely honest with you, I've developed the lazy dad syndrome, and after a long day, I just want to come home, sit back, watch TV, and try not to yell at my son for practicing his parkour on me. I'm getting in shape for one particular reason, and that's the fact that my son likes to run from me, and recently he's been getting faster. So in a way, it's kind of his fault I'm doing all this, that little shit. I should slip some melatonin in his juicy juice next time I watch his ass run into a tree. I seriously could use a masseuse though. Someone get Deshaun Watson on the phone. I need a reference. Uncle Jerry goes to a massage parlor every Tuesday. He still has back problems, but he never complains, and for some reason he's always got a smile on his face. Sleeping around in 2024 is like drinking from the outside water hose. It's kinky when choked, it's easy to turn on, but eventually you will get burned. I never understood the infamous hoe phase after a bad breakup. Did all that just to get back at your ex, and now look at you. It smells funny when you pee, and you can't even sip crisscross applesauce when you go on your kid's field trip to the library. The smell was so loud the librarian had to tell it to hush. Ladies, don't sell yourself short, you know what I mean? I know what it's like to be heartbroken. I know what it's like to feel worthless, But herpes? Some people like to dye their hair when they go through breakdowns. I've broken down more times than a Chrysler 300, and I'm here to tell you I never dyed my hair. I was too busy trying to dye myself. I remember my ex dyed her hair red one time. I knew it was all over but the crying then. She wasn't coming back. Somebody done went and folded that bitch like a bad test grade. Worst feeling of my life, man. The girl of my dreams getting pounded like an apartment door when the rent's due. The only way to explain that pain would be like when Iron Man watched Peter turn to dust particles. It was that bad. George Strait's exes all live in Texas, and all my exes just want to kill me. I understand none of them watch my videos. I mean, why would they? But under that rare circumstance that you are, go fuck yourself. People literally put on a mask every day and go out pretending to be heroes like some sort of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. These people drive me crazy. Look at me giving money to the poor. Look at me supplying a questionable water source to the less fortunate. I would drink that upstream. I just pissed in there. But when it's genuine, it goes like this. Look at me. I'm an actual genuine person who just discovered how to make cars run on air. I'm tired of that fake shit. I'm in a Cat Williams state of mind this year. We need people to stop pretending. For instance, I've never recorded myself giving money to the poor, nor have I ever been recorded giving money to the poor. And I know this to be true because I've never given money to the poor. The best I can do is honk for support. You worried about them using that money for alcohol? I'm here to tell you it's 2024, times have changed. The last time one of my buddies gave a homeless man money, he used it to get an abortion. And that was fucked up, like truthfully, should let one of them Power Rangers adopt it. Another thing we gotta stop is these new age delusional ass motivational speakers, especially the financial ones, always telling me it's my fault I'm not financially stable because I didn't invest my $5 preschool graduation money on 3 rental properties and a side business. There's no way these types of people go home to a piece of ass every night. It's not possible. Jamie passed away last week, gone too young. She was smoking hot, or at least that's what they said down there at the crematorium. I never seen that girl drink a drop of water in her life. That girl could piss in a pool without the urine indicator and still change the color. Jamie used to work down there at the Goodwill selling blind kids burnt CDs of Luke Bryan as if life wasn't already hard enough. Don't let me preach it up to you though. She wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, after a couple shots of Jack, she was more like a farmhand. All you see was ass and elbows. Jamie tragically lost her life via drive-by. She didn't get shot or nothing. Hell, she got hit by the community church van. They was out there giving out peanut butter sandwiches and shit. Jamie smoked Pall Malls like a southern grandpa who mechanicked his whole life, which is funny because she was the type to use the green pump at the gas station because that was the eco-friendly one. Jamie wasn't scared to ask the real questions, the real whys of the world. Like, why are we surprised we've never seen aliens before? I mean, didn't we make them illegal? Jamie was a dumbass. Rest in peace, Jamie. You will be missed, even though you're just a figment of my imagination. And as always, if you liked the video, make sure to give me a follow and a like. Appreciate it. Toxic relationships are like monthly cycles. No matter how good it seems now, it always ends in a week full of pain and sorrow. Sometimes it's worse than others, but all you can do is take a Midol and go with the flow. After a while, you start to expect the pain, so when it doesn't come, you get nervous. And if it doesn't come, well, you're probably fucked. I laugh at people when they get mad their cycle never changes. You want your cycle to change, but you still got the same spokes in your wheel. Now you tell me whose fault that is. You mean you took her back after she got straight piped like it was daddy's money by some dude in a Ford Pinto who had a really cool mustache, might I add, all because you thought it'd be different this time? Don't fool yourself, kiddo. That girl swallowed more wieners than first place at a national hot dog eating contest. It's like when people say the grass is greener on the other side. Maybe that's because you're so busy admiring their grass you're not watering your own. Or maybe it's all the dead spots you got out here. Now, I know, Tommy, I know that ain't no grease spill. You are the company you keep, tomato, tomato. The point is, it's your fault. I'm honest enough to admit I've been removed from quite a few wheels. I used to be an asshole at a point in my life, but at some point you gotta grow up, get your shit together, and keep moving, because life's gonna keep moving regardless, and I don't know how this went from a joke to a motivational speech, but here we are. Little Red Riding Hood done grown up. She out here selling that cake, and I ain't talking about what's in that basket either. Little Red riding wood now. Little Red ain't worried about no wolf no more. She got grown men trying to prey on her. That's why she keeps a piece underneath that coat. Yeah, she about to spread eagle all right, Desert Eagle. You don't need the Brothers Grimm when you got Smith & Wesson. You about to get you a new hairpiece, but unlike Steve Harvey, this one's permanent, like high school yearbook photos or AIDS. It's quite shocking, honestly. I mean, I thought it'd be Gretel. That bitch pushed an early woman into an oven and cooked her alive. If that doesn't cause some type of sexual confusion, I don't know what will. Little Red wanted to change her name to Big Red, but Wrigley's Chewing Gum got involved. They were trying to file a lawsuit, so she just changed her name to Lil Red. Lil like any of the other mainstream rappers you hear on the radio these days. She's actually coming out with a book. I don't know if you heard about it yet. It's called I Was Eaten by a Fucking Wolf and Nobody Understands Me. She's 100% right too. This isn't the first time a wolf has been misidentified as an elderly grandma. We should all act accordingly. A lot of y'all probably wonder, where does Bryce come up with all these ideas? And I'm here to tell you, from being around Murrah too long. Marijuana. But not seriously, I have a problem. I need to be stopped. Why do people always have to talk Fox News at 6:30 in the morning while I struggle to find the will to live? It's the election year, and everybody wants to know. They want to know who am I voting for? Who am I picking? Like I didn't just spend 15 minutes driving to work trying to pick which tree to plow my car into. For the record, I'm not depressed or anything. It's just before 9:30. I'm not a very decent man first thing in the morning. That's when I'm most vulnerable to losing my shit. My dad's the complete opposite. My dad is a morning person. He loves that shit. He wakes up every morning bushy-tailed like a crackhead his first day off probation. My dad's the sole reason I'm not a morning person. Growing up, you either had an alarm clock or you had a dad clock. They're similar, but there are differences. An alarm clock wakes you up on time. A dad clock has been known to go off an hour earlier than you scheduled it to. If it's the weekend, you could turn your alarm clock off and sleep in. If it was the weekend with a dad clock, you got woken up anyways because you felt you weren't being productive enough. Hell, sometimes dad clocks go off for no reason, but you can't return them for faulty wiring. Hit your alarm clock and you get 5-minute snooze. Hit your dad clock and get physical abuse. Uncle Jerry says he loves being a morning person. He says he loves getting up in the morning. I say, Jerry, first off, you're a meth head. You never went to sleep to begin with. Having my dad as a clock has permanently changed my views of the world. Probably has something to do with sleep deprivation. Anyways, I had to take my mom to work this morning because I hit a deer in her car, and so it's in the shop, or at least I think it was a deer. I couldn't tell if she was married or not. I didn't want to be disrespectful. I went up there to McDonald's to get me a hash brown. Turns out one of my ex-flings was in there running the damn window. I think she queefed in my food. I can't prove it, but I can smell the corn chip. Got about halfway home, got bubble guts, so I had to stop there at the Dollar General. What I hate about the Dollar General bathroom is that you got to ask for the keys, but 9 times out of 10, there's nobody working the register because there's only one person running the entire damn store by themselves. So I sit up there patiently for 5 minutes like I'm not about to drop a Pillsbury Doughboy in the floor right here. Then they finally get up there and it's some new employee. They don't even know where the fuck the key is. So next thing you know, you're sitting behind the store using cardboard boxes to wipe your ass. Good morning. Great morning. I ain't doing that shit tomorrow, man. My mom can walk her ass to work. I don't care. I also want to throw out there just a little nugget at the end of this video. My girl actually bought some of my merch off my site and it came in, so I'm going to be putting this on later, wearing it, seeing how comfortable it feels. I'll let you guys know about that. Earlier I had writer's block going on. I couldn't think of anything to say for the life of me, so I was about to call it quits for the day till my old lady started bitching about the dishes. I was like, shit, I can think of something. Phyllis, don't you love it when you get off a hard day of work and you come home and your old lady starts bitching at you? Yeah, me neither. Just to be clear, my old lady is not terrible. However, my patience is. In fact, she's probably a great person you ever get to take the time to know her. Hell, Lord knows I didn't. Hell, half the time I can't remember her damn name. All I know is that when her friends call her ass fat, she loves it. But whenever I do it, I gotta sleep on the couch for 3 days. Sure, I could find someone new, but why the hell would I do that? That's like listening to the radio. It might carry a different tune. It might walk to a different beat. But at the end of the day, you know, it's all got the same thing in common. You know, it's all shit. Congratulations, you went from Luke Bryan to Lil Pump. Like, what, you want a fucking cookie now? Know what you're thinking. You're probably sitting there, Bryce, it kind of sounds like you don't too much care for your old lady. You absolutely right. Obviously, I cherish my old lady with all my heart. I do love her, you know, I do, but I get paid to be an asshole, so we got to compromise, you know what I mean? Like I'm making all these jokes, so like at the end of the week, I got to take this bitch to China Garden or some shit like that. You do feel bad, you know, because I am a narcissist, so like 99% of the time it is my fault, but do I see it that way? Hell no. Am I going to see it that way? Hell no. One day, social media brainwashing is going to take over the world, and I'm just here to say I'm happy to have made a small contribution. You're welcome. I don't trust social media. That's why I got a job with them, so I can infiltrate the system, you know, see what they got going on behind the scenes. I've been getting down and dirty, and so far all I figured is that it don't pay well and there's no dental. So essentially I work for a small town roofing company. No matter what crazy conspiracy theory you believe, it don't matter. I mean, it's all gonna come to an end eventually. Hell, I'm still pulling for zombies personally, but like Walking Dead zombies, not none of that World War Z, you know, 28 days later bullshit. I've been preparing for the end, you know what I mean? I've been practicing. Lord, if this is it, just please let me get rich enough first I could buy one of them in-ground pools. I always wanted one of them, Lord. My trailer sure looked nice, one of them wrap-around porches, Lord, I tell you. Lord, just let me gravel the driveway, please. I sure hope God has a sense of humor, because if not, that'd be an interesting conversation there down there, you know, my first meeting. First hell meeting, whatever you want to call it. Everyone just going around the room introducing themselves. Hi, my name's Kevin, and in my life I've committed just about every single crime you could think of. Assault, abuse, battery, anything that pertains to hitting somebody really hard that in no way, shape, or form deserved it. I once blew up a Goodwill because I hate people donating shit. I shot a guy once. Well, technically I shot 30 people, but each person one shot individually, you know, because ammo is expensive now. I voted for Joe. I don't know if that's a sin, but it kind of feels like it. Oh, and I also had this parking ticket in Montana I never paid, so yeah, that's my story. And then here I come. Hi, my name's Bryce. I tell offensive jokes for a living, and this one time at Taco Bell, I used all the toilet paper and didn't alert an employee, but who hasn't? Who hasn't? I can't hate on social media brainwashing too much, though. I mean, it sure helped me convince y'all that I was funny. I need to cut back on my social media intake, though. This whole Cat Williams shit, and, you know, all this talk of celebrities and booty holes got me nervous. You know, my booty hole's real tight. It hurts when I fart sometimes. Ain't what I signed up for, buddy. Hell, that ain't in the brochure. I know I read it like 6 times. That shit must be down there in the fine print, because, boy, I ain't see that on there. If I would have known that's what it takes to make the big time, I would have rethought my whole career path, man. I would have, like, by now, I'd have learned to throw a football or some shit. That's where I fucked up. I should have been more like Aaron Rodgers. At what point do we start hating people for disagreements? This is by far the worst generation of people who try so hard to force everybody else to agree with everything that they agree with. For all these years, we pride ourselves on culture, diversity, being different, and now all of a sudden everybody wants to be on the same page, which, I'm not gonna lie, it looks tempting at face value, all the way up until the point to where I gotta convince myself and pretend that Caleb is a dog now. That's where you lost me right there, bucko. You wanna be a dog, that's fine. No judgment. Oh shit, I'm busting my ass. Take you on walks, hell, I even take you to the park, but I'm telling you right now, that's one shit I ain't cleaning up. Caleb's really not a bad guy, sorry. Caleb's really not a bad dog getting on him. You know, he invited me the other night, called me, come over and meet his girlfriend. I know what you're thinking, Bryce, how the fuck, he's a dog. How does he have a house? How did he call you? How does he know how to speak English? And look, man, I don't make the fucking rules. I get over there a little bit before she does, so we sitting there bullshitting, talking. You know, I hear the door knock, here, open the door. I go to introduce myself. This man's dating a fucking chocolate lab. He's like, you think this will cause controversy? I'm like, bro, this is South Georgia. I don't think they'll give a shit, but I mean, they gonna wonder why you didn't get a white one. Before I get kicked off of here, I just want to say I enjoyed every second of it. Thank you, guys. Christmas, I got a $15 gift card to Red Lobster. I just want to say I appreciate you paying the admission fee. Man, that wasn't no damn gift card. That was a ticket. I was ashamed to pull it out, too, man. I felt like one of those homeless people that just stumbled into Food Line with a pocket full of coupons. I haven't spent that type of money on fish since that time in college with that hooker, but that's a completely different story. From now on, if I want lobster, I'm going to the China Garden on Fishy Fridays. It's got affordable prices and comes with a free colon cleanse. If I wanted to spend all my money on subpar food and minimal entertainment, I would have just went to the strip club on amateur night. Everyone talks about their biscuits and all the special ingredients you gotta have. Ain't nothing special about them damn biscuits, man. My dad made those biscuits all the time. Only ingredients he needed was a case full of beer and a desire to cheat his diet. I miss prime Captain D's. Can we get back to that? Can we get back to Captain D's before the fish started tasting like it came from the Georgia aquarium? That fish tastes domesticated. I can tell that shit too, man. There's no struggle in the texture. Every day I tell myself I'm gonna run out of material one day, and then I come up with some stupid shit like this, and I surprise myself every day. I give myself credit. And as always, if you like the video, make sure to give me a like and a follow. I appreciate it, boy. My old lady's on birth control, which means either she goes 3 months without a period or she has 4 in 2 days. Neither one of us are big fans of it because we both feel like it hinders her drive. You know what I mean? Thing used to be like a V8, you know, vroom, 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 and now it's more like a Prius, you know. She got on that Nexplanon and now the sex is gone. Ever since she went to that clinic, I ain't been in it. She got that contraceptive and now she's less aggressive, but only in the bedroom. She still gets mad at me and hits me with this red broom. See the tape? Yeah, this bitch will hit me with this shit and then fucking sweep the house. Word of advice, fellas, don't let her casserole burn because you got caught up watching NFL big hit compilations on YouTube unless you want to be featured. Not that any of that matters. I mean, we got a toilet. Hey, word of advice, if you ever want to practice abstinence, just go buy you one of them things. That's the best damn birth control you ever seen. I told my old lady we got ripped off with that damn implant. Hell, we had an implant the whole time. We just had to wait 9 months because unlike the other ones, this one doesn't work until it comes out. That's why I stick to my palm. He's like that one friend from high school you get the urge to reach out to every now and again, and when you do, you're happy you did because it leaves you with this warm and fuzzy feeling, but mostly sticky. We all know somebody you do a million things for, but they only remember the one thing you didn't do. These people remind me of the IRS. They love making big deals out of nothing. I pay my taxes 26 years in a row. What do you mean I can't take a year off? This is a mental health issue we're dealing with. I thought we were sympathetic to that kind of shit now. They give off this what have you done for me lately mentality. I can't stand these types of people. They're about as bad as people who ask to borrow shit and keep it for so long they forget they have it and they ask for it again. Or the ones that ask to borrow money till Friday only for them to disappear like a set of car keys when you're 20 minutes late for work. I'm about fed up with that shit now. I ain't giving out no more handouts. You can borrow these nuts, what you can do. You don't want to get caught up with these types of people, all right? They're about as reliable as a car battery in a horror movie. If you're one of these people, it's okay to admit you have childhood traumas you've yet to recover from. No judgment. I've had my fair share too. I'll never forget one time I told my dad, I said, "I love you, Dad," to which he replied, "Love doesn't pay for that Polaris you barrel rolled into the Alapaw River." I was so upset I didn't eat for 3 days. After that, I didn't have no choice, so the tapeworm I contracted in the river got hungry. The point is, I never grew up to be a shithead, even if I have to share my food with Willie the Worm. Being introverted with a social media fan base is a real pain in the ass. It's like being a drug dealer. I want to expand business while remaining low-key, so in public, I'm going to need you to act like you don't know me. Here I am recording videos for hundreds of thousands of people to see, and I don't even have the confidence to answer a damn phone call. Seriously though, what you know about lying about your speaker being broken so that they have to text you. There's no doubt though that making videos has made my anxiety far more worse, you know, because I'm in my phone so much I tend to, disassociate from reality. There we go, big words. That's why I'm so grateful to have my son, because he really keeps my reality, you know, my sanity in check. Without him, I don't know where I'd be, probably somewhere with no responsibilities, more money, and a faster rising career. Why didn't I pull out? But to say social media doesn't have a negative impact is just silly. I mean, I'm in that phone like a suspicious girlfriend. I like to think of it as a love-hate relationship, you know, especially here on Facebook. You guys know Facebook, the place where you can't post offensive jokes without getting banned, but you can sit there and upload a video of someone getting killed in a drive-by and you get 30 million views with nothing more than a confirmed screen. Yeah, bitches. That's why I don't say anything about football players when they bitch about the refs. I know that feeling all too well. Anyways, I don't have any more material for this video, so that's it. See y'all. Y'all still here? SoundCloud rappers are a different breed altogether. These are the only people I'll know who will get a face tattoo as motivation to keep making music because they can never get a job. I had a friend from high school do that shit. He got his face all tatted up and his music career never took off. Now he can't find a job. He tried to be Post Malone and now he's without a home. His rap name used to be Mo Money, Mo Problems, and now he has no money and faux problems. Where am I gonna eat, sleep, shit, and piss? I seen him down there at the laundromat the other day. He looked like an etching sketch that slipped between the couch cushions. Nah, but seriously though, dude looked like he walked into the office supply section at Walmart and face planted a shelf full of open Sharpie markers. He went missing this one time. They put him on the back of a milk cart and I showed my dad. He was like, they must have found him. I was like, what the hell makes you think that? He was like, no, they crossed him out. I was like, no, that's supposed to be Staples. He was going for that Chucky look, but instead it came out looking like Jonah Hill ran face first into a zip line. Kind of feel bad for the dude though, you know. I remember one year he was complaining about background noise in his song, so you know, me being the gracious person that I am, you know, I went out and bought him a 24-pack of styrofoam cups to hang up there in the studio. I don't judge anyone for pursuing their career. It's just hard to listen to gangster rap from a 36-year-old white dude who works at Lowe's Distribution on the weekend. I mean, it's cool you want to, you know, rap and all, but hot damn, we need some plumbers and tools now. Shit. Where my plumbers at? Yeah, I dedicate this video to y'all for absolutely no reason. On my taxes, it's like writing a college essay the day before it's due. I'm not exactly sure what I turned in, but I sure hope it's good enough. We're getting closer to tax season, which means we're about to see a spike in Dodge Charger sales. I wish I was taught how to do my taxes while I was in school, but instead they educated me on the Pelagorium theorem, and the fact that I can't pronounce that correctly shows you just how helpful that shit was. See, they want to educate you while also keeping you ignorant to the real world, which is why once you graduate, it hits you harder than Ray Rice in an elevator. I know I could teach myself now, but hell, I hated school. I did that shit for 18 years, man. I'm like a meth head off probation. I ain't going back. As Grandpa once famously said, we should have known this country was going to shit when they took cursive out of schools, and now the kids can't get bank loans because they don't know how to sign their damn names. I'm so bad at cursive, I've been accused of forging my own signature. Doesn't matter though, I found the perfect job for me right here. Don't matter if my handwriting's shitty, as long as I can read my jokes, I'll be alright. As for the state of the school system, just ask the teachers. They don't teach kids anymore, they raise them now. But you know what doesn't get raised is their salaries. Now you make that shit make sense. Bullies never get held accountable, but don't worry, they'll be there to scold your child for standing up to them. They say no to drugs only to turn around and prescribe Adderall to every kid with a little bit of extra energy and turning them into paralysis patients. They want to incorporate more religions into the school, which there's nothing wrong with that. I 100% agree with that. I believe everybody has that right. However, why do we have to demonize our own to do it? Every morning you live in the fear that somebody might wake up on the wrong side of the bed and do something unspeakable. Basically, it's all gone to shit. I tell you, man, this shit would have never happened if they would have just taught me how to do my taxes. When it comes to writing jokes, I like to think of myself as a UPS driver. The delivery's coming in hot and possibly damaged. What I love about UPS is how urgent they are until the point it's time to return something. Then they start acting like deadbeat fathers with visitation restrictions. They know an adult has to be present, so they show up at 1 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon because they know you're not there, but it gives them the power to just leave while claiming that they made an effort. That's why they call it UPS. Unsupportive parent syndrome. I've never seen a UPS pulled over, which is funny because those guys seem to always be speeding. I don't know, you don't know scary until you've ran into one of those bad boys going 45 miles an hour down a dirt road. If that don't pucker your asshole, I don't know what will. I actually thought about being a UPS driver once just so I could speed. That, and if I ever got fed up with life, I could just hurl myself out the doorway into a stop sign or some shit. That's why they call it UPS. Unsupervised permanent stop. Anyways, UPS finally came through my son's trampoline the other day, and I'm real excited about breaking my neck trying to teach him to do flips and cool ninja stuff. I don't necessarily know why we got this for him though. I mean, all he does is throw dirt and shit his pants. I personally felt like we should have got him dude wipes. Regardless, this is take 2 of trying to build a circular gravity-defying structure of aerobic awesomeness, and I will not be denied. Gentle parenting is gonna raise a generation of spoiled, incompetent, entitled children. I said what I said. I was raised in a generation where a hard head makes a soft ass. People these days don't believe in switches. Hell, back in my day, not only did they believe in switches, we had to pick out the switch. rich, I'd get the least intimidating stick I could find and I would try to buy my dad over like a used car salesman. Now this one's here's a little older, got a few more miles on it than you would like. However, the safety rating on this thing is out of this world. Not saying there would be an accident, but if there was, nobody has to die. I got a buddy who tried gentle parenting and now his kid stays suspended because every time his kid doesn't get his way in school, he just starts punching and kicking the teachers. Why, you ask? Because he's not old enough. He doesn't understand. Meanwhile, this kid's walking around, F you this, F you that, you. What don't he understand? The rest of his fucking vowels? Let me be perfectly clear. I'm not necessarily saying gentle parenting wouldn't work. I'm just saying some of y'all confuse that shit with not raising your children at all. Take my cousin, for instance. He's so gentle, it's like he's not even there. Cause he ain't, he's a deadbeat. I'm really not the guy to talk either. I hate being disciplinary, you know what I mean? I'd fucking tell my son no and then I go cry about it in the shower later. It's hard, you know, because you love him so much, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's necessary. I feel like if you don't teach him, the criminal justice system will, and my son's not gonna be a Law and Order episode. For instance, my son loves the pillow fight, right? Loves pillow fighting. Wouldn't have a problem with that if he didn't think the pillow was a stovepipe. If anyone feels I'm wrong, feel free to comment. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna respond, but at least it'll make you feel better about yourself while you're on your cigarette break down there at Hardee's before you go back in and go to selling mediocre food for luxury price. Last time I called Uncle Jerry to come kill a pond bird for me, he showed up with a needle and 2 spoons. God damn, Jerry, I said heroin, not heroin. Dumb motherfucker. Nice, Jerry. Real nice. We can't shoot it, but at least we can give it Hep C and stick silverware up its ass. Damn bird out here eating all my fish, and you gonna show up looking like you about to sew a damn bed sheet together. Eat a bowl of cereal with that spoon. I bet you won't fill your face for 3 weeks. Uncle Jerry actually lost his gun privileges because he likes to go alien hunting at 3 a.m. I know that may seem harmless. Oh, you know, let him hunt his aliens. He's not harming nobody. I'm talking about foreigners. So in a way, it was my fault. I expected too much. Talk about a major letdown. That's like going to the bathroom to take a shit and you forgot your phone, so you're sitting there for 20 minutes reading the back of a conditioner bottle. I'm sure that's not the only reason why. I mean, Jerry stays in trouble, you know what I mean? He stays in so much trouble that when he gets out, you have to ask for specifics. What are we talking about? Jail, prison, rehab, AA, bank loan? I used to be scared, you know, about getting in trouble on social media, but now I feel like I'm asking for it. None of this solves my pond bird problem. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like and a follow. I appreciate it. Yeah. They say a woman only loves a man under the condition that he provides something for her. Not in the South, you don't. Nope, not down here. The less, the better. No job? Good. No car? Great. No insurance? Perfect. That one's actually pretty common. Now all you need is a bitter baby mama and you're free to get all the poon you want, man. That's how you wind up with a 10 right there, boys. And by a 10, I mean she looks good, but she's 24 and she still goes to high school parties trying to start fights with the 17-year-olds, you know. Her parents are at home babysitting the kid. You know, the kid's only 2 weeks. Don't even try to be there for the kids, man. Don't even try to be involved. You know what I mean? I mean, you're gonna push the baby out. You give cute little nicknames like, oh, it's my little grape, and then you have the audacity to not be around for the raising. I like to call these types of girls butter boys because everybody calls their mama butter boys. These are the same type of women that hop on Facebook, make statuses, you know, oh, the grandparents aren't no good. They're sorry. No, bitch, you're sorry. Go ahead with the angry comments. I don't care. I'll even wait for you to get around Wi-Fi because I know you ain't got no minutes because your man ain't got a job. He's locked in the bathroom right now recording a mixtape for a SoundCloud audience of 14. No, seriously, go in there right now. I bet he's in there making gun noises that sound more like a fucking sprinkler system after Granny hits it with the lawnmower. I know what you're thinking. Damn, Bryce, who pissed you off today? Everyone. It's Monday. I don't know what you're expecting. Sunshine, rainbow. This ain't a pride parade, Jack. This is Woodstock 99 on 4 Loco and crack energy over this way. The guys always got to act gangster like we can go to high school together. You know, the ones that act hard after going to jail for missing jury duty? He's got some cool little nickname like Code Red or some shit. He even goes by it on Facebook. He sent me a friend request the other day. It was like Code Red to Dawn or some shit like that. I was appalled. I said, what the hell they done did to Timmy? This kid used to piss at the urinals with his pants around his ankles. How you claim to be gangster and have the school done seen your booty cheeks, man? That don't add up to me right there. That sounds like an identity crisis. Who you trying to be, a gangster or a girl named Chastity with daddy issues? You say you only pull out your phone to make plays. Hell, back in school, you only pulled out your phone to show me the new Pokemon you found. Y'all know, back when the Switch was a Nintendo. I got a question though. Do they know you used to raise your hand or remind the teacher to pick up homework, or did you leave that part off the application? Girls be doing that shit too. Again, like we didn't go to school together. Hopping on Facebook, hashtag Team No Kids. Well, that's great, Debbie. Was that before or after you lost custody? I know people probably feel the same way about me. I remember one time in high school, this one girl said I'd never amount to anything, to which I replied to, well, you're not very attractive. 9 years later, I'm a minor successful comedian and she's got 6 kids with 3 different baby daddies, so in a way, I guess we were both wrong. Sleeping around these days is like drinking from an outside water hose. It's kinky when choked, it's easy to turn on, but eventually you will will get burned. I've never understood the infamous hoe phase after a breakup. All you want to do is get back at your ex, and now look at you. It smells funny when you pee, and you can't even sit crisscross applesauce when you go to your kids' field trips to the local library. No, ma'am, that apple there is expired. Smell was so loud the librarian had to tell it to hush. Ladies, don't sell yourself short out here, you know what I mean? I know what it's like to be heartbroken. I know what it's like to feel alone, but herpes? Some people like to dye their hair whenever they go through breakdowns and shit, you know what I mean? And me personally, I break down more than a Chrysler 300, but I ain't never dyed my hair. I was too busy trying to dye myself. I remember when my ex-girlfriend dyed her hair red. I knew it was all over but the crying then. She wasn't coming back. Nope. Somebody done went and folded that girl like a bad test grade. Worst feeling of my life, man. Girl of my dreams getting pounded like an apartment door when the rent's due. The only way to describe this pain is like Iron Man whenever he watched Peter turn into dust particles. Your straight's exes all live in Texas, and my exes just want to kill me. I know my exes don't watch my videos, but under the rare occurrence that they see this one, I just want y'all to know it was me. I was a piece of shit, I know. My bad, you know, shit. My girl asked me for missionary the other night and got the nerve to get upset with me when I told her I'm not Baptist. I'm not sure what my beliefs have to do with intercourse, unless, of course, maybe if I was Catholic, which I'm not, I'm Caucasian. We've just been adapting to the roommate phase, you know? It's that phase where you move in together and you start getting used to being around each other all day, every day, and then one day you wake up and you're like, wow, this person really gets on my fucking nerves. But you love them, so you stick around anyways. Like a dumbass. But you see, I've unlocked the key to a happy relationship. All you gotta do is just shit on each other all day long. All me and my lady do is talk shit all day long. We just have a blast. You can tell a relationship's doing well when they don't post each other on Facebook like that. Some people think it's the other way around. People think if you don't post your relationship on social media, it's because, you know, you're trying to hide something. Don't ever believe that bullshit, man. I'm here to tell you right now, couples that post their relationships constantly on social media, those are the ones that are struggling to keep it together. I know this from experience, I'm telling you. I don't know the accuracy of that statement. Being that this is the internet, I have no criteria, no hard facts, no evidence to drive my point forward. It has to be true. It is amusing to me, though, sometimes reading about how great their relationships are doing when I know Kyle was punching holes in the drywall and threatening to unalive himself every time you go to stay with your mama. But no, please, don't mind me. Go ahead, tell us about your big, strong man